All right. Hello, everyone. We are going to talk with Stanislav Farkas about AI tools and how to be more efficient with all these numbers of tools in the SEOC, and how to choose them, how to help our team to choose the best AI tools, and how to be more efficient with the tools that we are choosing. So, Stanislav, thank you so much for your time today. And let's start with a question like, why should team leads, team members, like SEO managers and owners, why they should listen this episode, how we are going to help them?
Hi, Adriana. Hi, everyone, and thanks for having me. Um, well, I think it's very important to start like leveraging all these AI tools nowadays, especially like we know that like AI tools been here already for quite a while, like for 2, 3 years almost. But like since the beginning of this year, like we can see like big shift when like more and more people are starting using it. And and yeah, like earlier you start like better because you don't want to fall behind. So yeah, I think that's why.
Hmm. And not just about starting, because like across my clients, like they have start using these AI tools, but they are not first using them in the most efficient way, and they are stuck, like with the mindset behind of these tools. So definitely that is something that we are going to unlock with the ChatGPT word, like so. Let's talk about that. Okay, the daily struggles with the SEOs that are even like starting with these AI tools are first like how to choose AI tool.
Yeah.
Let's discuss that, and then we are going to cover the rest of the things.
Yeah, so it's actually funny because it's like very actual topic for us. Like the startup where I work as a SEO specialist in in-house marketing team. But our startup decided to have like this initiative starting use more AI tools and change the mind of their employees. And basically how we started, like the leader was our CTO Arturas, who is like he's calling himself AI cowboy. and and the yes, as you say, like the biggest struggle is how to find out like which tool you should start like using. So what we start like doing was, okay, what's our goal? Like, let's say that we want to save like 5 to 10 hours per week. So then, like, we sit down and we start like writing down the task which we do like on weekly or daily basis, and where we could actually find like these few hours per week, which could save us like leveraging AI tools. So we wrote down like the all the ideas we not all the ideas, but like all the tasks we are doing. And then like we consulted with our CTO, and he was like, okay, like this is very good. Like this we could definitely do. We could do that. The shift was like sometimes like we were even asking like, could we do that with AI? And like this shouldn't be even questioned because like the possibilities are endless with the AI, to be honest. So he was always like telling us like shift your mind from like can we do it with AI, like let's do it with AI. So that was the first thing. And as I said, like you need to set the goals. Like okay, like we have like 4 or 5 tasks which are like repeating weekly or something like that, and then you see that it taking you like 1 2 hour even. Like one task is taking 1 2 hour per week. It's not much, but like still, if you can find a way how to save this 1 2 hours per week and like shift it somewhere else, and even like thinking 1 2 hours per week for one task, it means if it repeats every week, that is like in 2 weeks
7 to 8.
it's 4 hours, it's like 10 hours per month which you can save, and that's only one task. So I would say like if you want really like figure it out, go first like what task you are repeating, and then start like figuring out like what tools you could use to help you to sort out like these tasks.
Yeah, really, I really love that approach when you are first writing the tasks that your agency or like any company needs, because the common mistake that I'm seeing on the market is basically choosing the tool just because another agency is using, another SEO consultant is using, a big popular SEO experts are using, so they are promoting. And then that is where the confusion is coming from, because we are using the tool just because somebody else said it, like, and it's not aligned with our company needs, like to our company, like clients and like even niches, because we are seeing like so many different tasks across the niche, across the clients. So firstly, like we shouldn't look for others. Let's look at us and like what we really need to, like, and avoid so many distractions, like that AI tools currently are, because like in so many of these AI tools, we are just like we are not using them efficiently. They are just like wasting our time even more, because like we are stuck like, what should I use? Okay, so sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, like exactly. I just wanted to say, like, I 100% agree with you, because that's where probably people get stuck. They just like copy what others are doing and not actually. We all, even we are the like same SEO agency or like same marketing agency or whatever, but like we have like different approaches or like different stages how we approach the work. So like, yeah, definitely, like you should go by yourself. Like you can listen, you can read like what others are doing, but then you should still go your way. What's the most important for you,
Yeah.
actually.
And especially regarding the team seniorities, like, do you have two juniors, do you have two mediors, or like two seniors? Depending on the team's needs, you will choose different tool and like how to implement like
Exactly.
in the process. So, okay, once we chose the AI tool, what is the kind of like the best practice to process the learnings and process the education to our team members, like, so we are using that time in the most efficient way to learn actually about the tool, and not just like listening and watching like 10 plus videos and researching and like these kinds of things. Like, let's be efficient even in that second step.
Yeah, I will maybe use one example. So, like, if you want to learn how to do pull-ups or push-ups, you can read about it, but like how to do like 10 push-ups, you need to start like doing them like consistently and like doing until you will get to the goal. You have like you can be able to do like 10 or 5 even push-ups or pull-ups. And I think it's the same approach with AI. Like you can read about it, you can watch the videos, but then like actually you need to put some effort and work into it. Like you need to spend time. And yeah, on the beginning can be challenging, can take you even more time than before you were spending on something. But if you look at it from short term perspective, then yes, it can be like time energy consuming. But if you look from long term perspective, it can you save a lot of time in long term, not in short term. So I would say like that's the most important, and being like consistent. Like for example, even for us, we were like, okay, like we need to sort out like this task or like this problem we have. We found like 2 3 solutions, and you need to try them, because like if you don't try them, like you never know like which one will fit the best for you or like will work the best for you. I know that like some of them might be expensive for company or like need a subscription to pay, but like you still, with some of them, was just like our CTO say like, okay, like let's pay 1 month subscription, and like if they have the policy that you can still cancel it after 1 or 2 months, then like why not to try it, you know? Another thing is, I was like, can we find a budget for it? And then he said like, if it costs like 20 30 bucks per month, it's like no brainer. Like you should definitely go for it, because like 20 30 dollars per month is not that much money. Okay, like probably like if you're a small agency or a small company, you're trying to save like every penny. But these like 20 30 dollars per month can actually save you. If it can save you like 10 15 or 20 hours per month, then like you can leverage this like somewhere else, or you can find another smaller client where you don't need to put that much effort, and it can pay you back and even pay you more. So I would say this.
And I love the first few sentences that you mentioned, and that is also what I'm seeing, like especially in the, like SEO leads and people who are bringing like these decisions, that they are actually, of course, like we are all busy, constantly hectic, like days. So they are hesitant to implement the automation, the new AI tools, because they know, and like we know, that in the first week, it will take more time for the new processes, from the new implementations, from the new tasks than it used to be. But that is kind of like growing pain that we really need to face. Like there is no magical formula how we can grow without, like or these growing pains. So yeah, it will take longer, like it will take or also it will bring more stress, frustrations, like why I should like, and especially team members, like why we are doing the new things like in the new way, the old things in the new way, because like people are stressed and everything, so we just want to finish the work and like let's go. But that is something that really needs to share that knowledge and value for the future, and the future is very near. In the almost like 3 to 4
Yeah.
weeks, this can happen, that basically your team is wasting even like less time and less energy. Like it's not just about time, I'm always putting that emphasis, it's more about energy nowadays, because we are wasting our energy on so many different like tasks, and technology is increasing the spend of our energy. So we really need to be careful about our energy and our team's energy, because we know that that is leading to burnout and like higher stress and everything.
Yeah.
So bringing that value, yes, it will take longer in this week, the next week it will take like a little bit frustration, but that is something that is like value for us in the longer term. And like the better future is near, but we need to feel this for a couple of
Yeah.
days, weeks, and then move on.
And I would just add like what you mentioned already. So like one of our goals wasn't only like save time, but also like another like I would say maybe even bigger goal was like shift our like mind to like, okay, like start using these AI tools and like see the benefits of like using them. Because like yeah, we were like, okay, like we know about them, we should be using them, we are aware of it, but like I think we use the quarter most efficient to like mostly like shifting mind of like employees or like my colleagues, because it's not only that we are using it in like marketing team, we are using it at the moment in sales team, in HR team, actually even. So like it goes like across the whole company. It's not like okay, like you can use it only for one specific department or something like that. So
Mm-hmm.
and like it's interesting to see like how people like in 3 months like they were like going like very like skeptical, I would say, about AI, like oh like why, as you mentioned, like why I should be like using it, why like me as a HR should leverage something like that, that use it in my daily work. But then after 3 months we see like all of us are like very surprised, but like in positive way, and like wants to even keep going and continuing and like even teaching others, because like not whole company was like they were like choosing people who will be like starting with this initiative. And then like we even have like next Monday actually call about when us who was like already doing during the first quarter things, presenting the whole company like what we learn and how we can start like using it even for others, or like how others can start like using
Yeah. And that is, like very common and like natural, because our brain is working in that way, like everything that is new, we have some kind of avoidance to the new things, because our brain doesn't know, like it's unfamiliar thing for our brain, and our brain wants to protect us from all the unfamiliar things, uncertain things. So our brain is trying to protect us by, like, like, just do in the same way that you were doing in the last few years, like few months, and then, like, don't accept anything. And then we really need to, like, overcome that barrier of our mind, that, like, and then moving forward, because that's the growth, that's the benefit of these AI tools, because definitely without them, like, we are going to be stuck on the market, because if we, if we are not using them, like, our competitors are using them for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And what I think, what is the kind of problem here is as well, like, I will use another example. Like, for example, people say that like money are bad and like money will change you, like, and I think what we did with AI, we did something similar, that we start like saying AI is going to take your job. So we
Mm,
see AI as our competition,
enemy. Mm-hmm.
not enemy. Yes, exactly. Not as something like what should be helping me, like my body or like some helper or something. So I think that's the most important to understand, that we don't see them as enemies, but like we should see them as a friends who wants to actually help me.
Yes, and that was, like, from the first day since ChatGPT, like, came. It was kind of, like, trending, like, AI is taking your
Hmm.
job. And I don't know how, but, like, it's spreading, like, so much faster. And, like, even
Hmm.
the people who know that, like, just using AI will help you to speed up the process, like, it will take some jobs, but also it is your opportunity to use them, so you that is not taking your job, so basically.
Exactly.
And but yeah, that is also negative tendency that the news are spreading out, like, fake news are more likely to spread, like, and faster than some, like, valuable news that is not some shocking and surprising. So like, all the negative things are spreading the faster, and it was also with the AI as well. Can you think about other practical examples on the daily basis that you are seeing that humans are struggling with, like, implementing a new AI, like, in their tasks?
It really depends. Like we were talking about it, we have like once a week, like our marketing team call, and then we use like different icebreakers on the beginning. And one of the question was like, what you would like to implement more, like with AI, or like starting to using more, and like the different ideas came from different people. What we agree on was like more like organizing your daily task in like days, how you approach them. Like I am also aware that you already, like we already have some AI tools which can like change your events. If like one meeting is canceled, it can be like moved and shift and all these things. So like maybe using these kind of things more. For me personally, what I say was like it's personal thing, but like I like cooking, but like if AI could like prepare the whole like um like menu for me for a week, and then like even create like a list of groceries so I don't overspend in the grocery store and like all these things. So like you can use it not only in work life. At the moment I am working on my like professional part improving,
Mm-hmm.
but I really slowly want to get to the part when I will be starting for my personal needs. And this, I think, I don't want to put it that way, but we might, who will be like able to leverage as efficient as possible. We could become like superhumans, like
Mm-hmm.
to
Mm-hmm.
start like living your life like fully. I know it will be. It depends like what kind of personality you are. Like I am Virgo, and I like to have everything have in the blocks and structure and like perfectly prepared. So that's like for me, that would be like amazing to have this kind of helpers, and not only in work, which I am already like doing, but also in personal life. But yeah, like you can leverage it basically on everything. As I say on the beginning, the what our like CTO was trying like to change in our mind was like not asking question if we can do it with AI, but how we can do it and try to do it
Yeah.
things. So yeah.
And you mentioned, like the crucial thing, and that is aligning these AI tools with your personality, like how you are working,
Yeah.
not just replicating like how other things doing, but just using and customizing that AI tools for yourself and for your personality, because that is what we are struggling with. We always think that someone else has better knowledge, like it's smarter than us, they will make better choices than us, and then we are using some other patterns because we are not believing on ourselves that like we will make and like we will do the optimization of the and preparation of these tools like in the way that how it suits us, like
Yeah.
if it's suiting us in the organizational skills or something like that, just like use that for yourself. Doesn't matter like if people are not talking about that, because and that is like where we are losing ourselves, because we are constantly trying to replicate the popular SEO experts on LinkedIn, like what they are saying, and then like we see that like it's not for us, but like we constantly think, because that is in our mind pattern, that like others will make better choices, not we, and that in order to succeed, we need to follow the strategies and approaches that other popular experts are doing. And of course, that we are losing ourselves, we are losing confidence, we are losing even the enjoyment in the work that we are doing, and like everything is domino effect. So we really need to use all of this in technology in general to really see like what is aligned with me and how it's helping me, not them, like if that is a doesn't matter like of the examples, like let's use it. Another question. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. I would just add like I agree what you said, and also uh, go for it with your question. Then maybe we will like I will follow up on that as
Okay.
well.
If
Yeah,
you come up
yeah,
with a, yeah, that's
yeah, yeah,
happened to me all the time, like because when you are talking, I have so many, like discussion
yeah,
points to share, and then like when I start, I was like, I forgot what I want to say.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
okay. The next kind of like level of this would be, at least like what I'm seeing, is not about how to be more efficient. It's actually about how to be less distracted. Like we
Mhm.
can use so many different productive tips and like use this and like how, but actually what in the middle of the kind of like heart, how we can go straightly to the being more efficient is if we are identifying distractions that we are having on daily basis in our trying to be efficient mode.
Yeah, so I think it starts with that for example you think that okay AI is perfect, and then that's what I wanted to follow up on the previous thing. We think that AI is perfect and like we immediately want to have perfect results, but like AI is not perfect yet. Even it's been here already for a while, for a few years. Even I am using these tools already. I don't rely on them 100%. Like I always, if they can help me on 80-90%, that's already like big help. And then like still it needs like human touch, human check, human manual check. But that's already like a big difference. And like getting distracted, yeah, as you say, like, or as I already mentioned, like we think that like immediately we will get the perfect results, and then like we don't see the perfect results yet, and then we are like, oh, like that's what distracting us. Like why we are not getting these perfect results? Why we or we saw the video and they said like yeah, AI is perfect, they will give you like perfect result, but like you need to get to the point when it will starting to giving you the perfect results. So like all these like prompting and like properly like scoping everything your task, or like giving perfect like description of the task. And like of course like we are all different, we are human. So like I'm gonna to differently write prompt than you are going differently write prompt. So yeah, like it's distraction. Also, another distraction come because like you can see it on every corner at the moment, like jumping on us. Like you go to LinkedIn, you hear about AI, you watch the news, or like you read newspaper or something. AI is everywhere. So like it's difficult to not get distracted by all these things. But as we already mentioned in the beginning, the only one way how to get to final product or like to final target results is only just like practicing, and then like in some point you will get there.
Yeah, and it's the same with the SEO. Like in the first, like beginnings of our careers, we were starting researching, but like the research and like knowledge hasn't been like enough when we are actually starting to implement these things, and then we are tracking, and then we are seeing results.
Yeah.
And that is the same with the AI tools. Like it's not nothing like new that we haven't experienced, we didn't experience in that format, like, but the base of all of this is the same. And what I'm seeing also is that technology is taking our human sense from us, like, and then we are pretending to be someone that, like we are following some other guidelines, or if AI tools are providing some, like tasks, and like we are not actually checking that, because, like if it helped us to speed up the process, but like it's not that I will blindly follow any of these results that AI tools are providing me. Like I'm still in charge, I'm still in power, and I'm still running the project, the SEO clients. Like it is just like a tool, like a laptop. Like it's just easier to work with, but like it shouldn't be like, like the biggest priority, because I'm seeing, like people are so stuck with the days, because they are trying to follow different AI tools, implement different AI tools at once, like, and
Yeah.
then they get stuck, they get burnout. So we really need to, whatever we are doing, especially in the AI area, we really need to check with ourselves first, and then use that human sense to implement everything that we are working with.
Yeah, exactly. I think as in everything in life, like you should go step by step, because if you just like go, like for example, you want to run marathon and you immediately go and start like running 10 or 15K, after like few days you will be so exhausted and you will say like, no, like I don't want to do that. But like if you start like with 1K, then like increasing to 2, 3, 5, and then like you will achieve like this 40K at the end of the end of your time, let's say. And
Mm-hmm.
that's the same with AI. Like many people go like, yeah, I need help with this. They start like using them all in once, and suddenly they realize like, "Mm, I am not efficient here, I'm not efficient there, like why I'm even using them, like just
Mm-hmm.
let's drop them."
Yeah, they get overwhelmed, like, and they are saying like, yeah, it's not working in the way that you are working,
Yeah,
because like for anyone, like we can't do like so many different things, like especially the new ones. We couldn't do, like 10 SEO audits and strategies like in the first day
exactly.
of our SEO work, like, but we keep forget these things, like, and then we say like AI is taking my job, or like it's more frustrated, it's not getting the results, like it's not getting the results because your approach is not providing the results.
I think we didn't have like, so for example, you study some things in school, as a kid, and you go and step by step, like you go like when you want to write or read, you learn by alphabet, you learn one letter, another, and then
Mm-hmm.
like you start like making words. And it's same with the AI, I would say. Like we don't have, it just came, and they were like telling us like start using them, but like, okay, but where is the manual how to start like using them? I saw already, I saw the article, and I don't remember which country it was, but they want to start implementing teaching AI in the schools. I
Mm-hmm.
think it's like, it's on one side it's scary, but on another side it can be beneficial, because I think the same thing what happened with social media. We never learn like how properly use social media, and they just came. We start like using them, but like you never learn like how to properly like start using them. There's like many people start to be like frustrated, and they say like, oh, like social media just like wasting my time. I feel more depressed. Like, yeah, if you are not using them right, they are
Mm.
like you will start like feeling depressed and like feeling more exhausted and like not productive. But like if you're using them efficiently, like for example as like if I wouldn't be using LinkedIn, we would never probably like do this podcast at the moment. so
Mm-hmm.
i think so I think the biggest problem is we should like maybe step back and start like writing and learning like manuals how to properly use AI or even other things in our life, and then we will get to the point. Like maybe
Mm-hmm.
very good example. One of my colleague, like she has a problem to stay focused for a long time on like long calls. We have sometimes like 1 hour call or 1.5 hour call when there is like whole marketing team, and she has the problem to stay focused for that long time. I think it's normal. Like we are all humans. Like even sometimes I have like problem to stay that long focus, and we she started like leveraging also AI tool for making notes. So like at the moment, like this AI tool became part of our like longer calls,
Mm-hmm.
and this AI at the end of the call, it's making like notes with all the most valuable keys, like what's the takeaways, what's the next steps. And I was like, on the beginning, I was like, I don't get it, like why we actually like using them. But then once she started like even sending to us like the script after, like it's super efficient, and like you can see like, okay, like yeah, we actually talk about it, but by the end of the call, like you can forget. Like we are all humans. Like it's difficult if you are talking about like 10 different things. Like it's easy to forget something, and then like seeing these notes, and she said like it's starting to be for me like more efficient, like to after the call going through these notes and seeing what's the main takeaways. And this AI tool is pretty good, to be honest. I was like a bit skeptical on the beginning. This is like what will be the final results, but we actually see like pretty good results, or like notes the tool is doing it. So even I didn't need it, but like at the moment, like once she's resending these notes after the call, I'm going through them. I'm like, oh, okay, like this actually, yeah, that's what we were talking about. That's takeaways,
Mm-hmm.
and that's next steps we should be doing. So yeah.
Yeah. No, no, not just that I can forget. I will forget definitely because like it's just like the main function of our brain to like to forget some things and like to accept new things. So definitely these kinds of tools can help us, like in the on daily basis, like whatever we are doing, especially if you are having few meetings in the with the calls with the clients, like especially in the agencies, because I remember when I was working in my agency, it hasn't been mine. I was working for my employer. Basically, I had like 10 calls per day, and like even I was trying to keep up and like like to remind myself about some tasks. Like I forgot so many things on daily basis that like it's coming. So whatever is your need, like just use it. And because definitely whatever is the need, like there is also like AI tool. If not, that is opportunity to create the AI tool for yourself and like become founder. So do you think that we have something else to cover as like main? I really want to make this episode like short and sweet with the like practical examples, and this episode definitely will help like even team members, but also the team leads, business owners, and like managers who want to bring the new tool to the team so they can prepare their team in advance. Because those kind of like objections of the team that we mentioned during this call, that is something that their team will have. It's the same with the productivity, it's the same with the like all the daily struggles that like any of team is struggling with. So I really believe that like managers will because if they are taking this preparation, if they are sharing with their team what the team will experience, the team will be able to identify, oh yeah, manager said like I will be frustrated in the first day, like that's
Yeah.
normal. I will be more stressed. I would like, so it is just like identifying the problem and starts, it definitely impacts, like the overall team satisfaction and the productivity and everything that is now team is having like on daily basis about these struggles. So that is definitely be a good preparation for any of the AI tool. And then like breaking the perfect thing that you mentioned, like writing all the tasks, brainstorming what the tool can do for us, and just like finding the tool. So all these things will help us to actually be more efficient. But also if we identify all these distractions that are more on like mind level, it's not about tool limitation, it's just like how we can do it. Do you think that we can mention anything else that we didn't mention on this call about this topic?
Yeah, I would just add what you said, that don't put the pressure on your employees, because if they are already like kind of afraid of all these tools and they don't know what to expect, then you go and like put so much pressure and like we have to do it, we have to do that, and then like they feel even more like pressure. It might not work at the end of the day. Also, we had like weekly checkings. So, like for example, every Monday we had to write like what we did during the past week with the help of AI, or if we explore any tool or anything, which was like keeping accountable all of us, because yeah, it's not like putting pressure that you need to do something, but you know that like at the end of the week you need to say something because they're person who is responsible for all these things. But like doesn't need to be like something huge. So like that's what also like our CTO was like telling us, like even like small things you did, just write it down so like we can see that like you actually use it and did something. Like doesn't need to be like, oh yeah, like I spent like 5 hours working on that. Like no, like for example, you tried this tool, it helped you or it didn't help you, or like why, what was your struggle. So we had like results and then like what's the blockers, and like if there are
Mm-hmm.
any blockers, like even the manager should be like the one person who is the owner of this initiative, might be like, okay, like if you have any blockers, come to me, tell me about your blockers, and we will try to figure it out together, like how to solve these blockers. Because definitely there is possibility with all these AI tools. For sure there is possibility how to sort out these these blockers. So just don't be afraid. Even if you feel like stuck, just go to your team lead or like the owner of this initiative and like talk to them and say like, look, I cannot figure it out by myself. I was also stuck with some things, and I was like, okay, like I don't know what to do. Like I explore few things, or like I put there like few examples like what I want to do. And our CTO was like, oh, like I heard about this and that tool, like the guys which you send me, like because I was also like watching videos and reading articles, and like what all these guys, as you say before, was like recommending. But then I showed him like what I want to sort out, or like what they are like recommending, and he said like, okay, but like I heard about this tool, what about like trying? I was like, okay, that's even better what they were like recommending.
Mm.
So just don't be afraid. Like I think communication is the most important part in everything, like in life, in work, and everywhere. So just don't be afraid, and don't put pressure on you, but like also from the manager part, like don't put too much pressure on your employees.
And we can use these challenges and blockers that we are having on daily basis to even like connect with our managers, with our team members, with the owners, like, like sharing the thoughts, sharing like, oh, this is like what I have done. This is something that I couldn't, your thoughts, like
Yeah,
this is how we are kind of expanding our current capabilities, and we are getting the new capacity for the new things, for the bigger things, like that's in the end of the day like why we are working, because we want to grow, like
yeah,
that is like the ultimate in any way. Like that is how we can help ourselves and our team members to grow together.
Exactly. I don't know anyone who wouldn't want to grow. So, like, if you
Yeah,
want to grow, start using them as soon as possible, to be honest.
perfect. Stanislav, thank you so much for your time and efforts. And definitely I will see you in one of the next episodes.
Thank you so much for having me, and have a nice everyone.